About what is electricity and what is static electricity. So electricity means what? It is a form of energy and it flows from the electron from one charge to another charge, that is electricity. Then what is static electricity? The static electricity does not shows the movement of moving from one place to another, that is static electricity. Okay, when the two objects are rubbed with each other, that time the electrons get charged, and this charge is temporary. Okay, this charge is temporary. So we have some examples of the static electricity, that is rubbing the balloon on the hair. If you rub the balloon on the oily hair, it will get stick to the wall. This property will be temporary, it is not permanent. Then walking on the carpet, when you are walking on the carpet hair like structures of the carpet stick to your legs while walking on the carpet. So that is also an example of the static electricity. Then the clothes tumbling in the dryer. So when your mummy uh, uh, puts the clothes for drying in the dryer, that time what happens, the clothes are sticking closely to each other. So this is the reason that the static electricity is applied on the clothes when they are tumbling in a dryer. So all these are the examples of the static electricity. Also we have studied about what is friction. So friction is nothing but the electric charge which is generated by friction is called as frictional electricity. So I have given you one more example here, that in winter season when you rub your two hands towards each other, the heat is generated in your body. So that is also the form of frictional electricity. Okay, so now we are going to start with there are many examples. Even the comb when you are using to comb your hair, that also consists some oil. So if you take the comb near the papers, the paper will also get attract towards the comb. And even if you take the same comb near the running water of the tap, that time you can see that the water droplets are formed due to this. So here the positive and the negative charges, they are repelling each other. That's why you can see the different droplets on the comb. Okay, so these are some of the examples that we are supposed to know. Now let us try to understand what is induced charge. Okay, what is about, let's learn about induced charge. The charge and the neutral object are attracted because the electron is moving in the neutral object. Okay, so the charge and the object, these are attracting because the electrons are moving in the neutral object, and the electrons also move towards the positive charged. Okay, electrons are moving towards the positive charge to attract themselves, and electrons will move away from the negative charge, as the electrons when there are same charges, they repel each other, and when there are unlike charges, uh, they attract each other. So this property is known as induced charges. So this electric charge which is generated by the induction stays for a long charged object. So whatever uh, energy charge is generated by the induction is for a long time. Okay, is for a long time. Then conduction means what? Different direct transfer of charges. So what is the meaning of conduction? The direct transfer of charges takes place, that is known as conduction. So when you are walking across the carpet, when you touch the doorknob, there is a shocking, like जैसे शॉक लगने जैसा, थोड़ा सा करंट पास होने जैसा, यू हैव द फीलिंग that you got a shock for a 1 second. So that feeling is nothing but conduction. Okay, the electrons are striped from the carpet and we gain the positive charges. Okay, that is why the electrons, while walking across the carpet, our leg sticks towards the carpet. Okay, even same thing happens when you touch the door knob, the electron jumps out. Okay, the electrons are the negative charges and your hand are having positive as well as negative charges. So when your hand comes in contact with the door knob, that time immediately the electron jumps towards your hand and you feel a small shock like feeling you have. Okay, now this is about the conduction. Then again I will try to make you understand that the objects which have like charges, they repel each other, while the object which have unlike charges, they attract each other, and when the positive and the negative charges come together, they become neutrally charged. Okay, now what is the uses of the static electricity? We are talking again and again about the static electricity. So where the static electricity is used, the dust removal, pollution control. Okay, it helps in pollution control. Then photocopy, that is Xerox machine, to remove the photocopy of a particular thing, that is done with the help of static electricity. Then car painting also, in car painting also static electricity is used. So these are the three uses of the static electricity that we are using in our day to day life. Then next topic is gold leaf electroscope. Now in this experiment you can see that a bottle is kept, the bottle is closed with the rubber insulator and it is having a metallic disc on the top. Okay, and the bottle is having inside the gold leaf and the metallic plate inside it. Okay, the rubber is acting as an insulator. So let us see more about the experiment, how does it works. So now as you can see that the bottle is closed with a rubber cork. Okay, so that nothing can pass through it, and you can see that when the charge object is taken near the disc, now here you can see the object that is charged. Okay, this is a charge object that is taken towards the metal. Okay, so what happens when the charge object is taken near the disk? The leaves are charged by the electrical charge and they repel each other. They starting repelling each other. Okay, when an a positive charge object is taken near to the disk, what actually happens? The leaves, they are showing the property of repulsion. They are showing the property of repulsion, and they are showing the property of repulsion with each other, that is they are moving from away from each other. And when the positive charge is taken away and you try to put your hand on, if you try to take your hand near the disc, what will happen? The leaves will immediately collapse. Now why does the leaves collapse? Because the charges in the leaves goes into the earth through the body and the leaves get discharged. Okay, they have a gravitational force acting on the leaves, and the leaves, after getting discharged, they fall, and with the help of gravitational force they are attracted towards the end of the bottle. So very simple example, this is a simple device to detect the electric charge on an object. So very simple device it is, in which you can easily detect the electric charges on an object. And when the charge object is taken near to the disk, what happens? The positive charges are falling on the leaves and the leaves become charged, and they show the property of repulsion between each other, and when the charge is removed, or if you touch the disk with your hand, that time they become discharged. That time they become discharged. So this discharge is due to the gravitational force, or by removing the charge particle away from the object. That is the reason that is the leaves get discharged. Okay, so this is about the gold leaf experiment. Then let's talk about the lightning conductor. So before starting the lightning conductor, let me tell you, Belgium Franklin in 1752 he also conducted the same experiment by flying a kite with his son, whose name was William. Okay, and the kite was made up of silk cloth and deodar wood and the metallic wire. So when it was moving in the sky, that time the lightning was there in the sky, due to which the kite fell down. So then Belgium realized that some thing is affecting the kite. So what type of thing is affecting that? And then he understood that that was an uh, uh, the light which was falling on the object, that was lightning conductor. So let us understand about the lightning conductor by seeing this picture. In this picture you can see there is a tall building, and the tall building is having a copper strip. The copper strip is a lightning conductor which prevents the thunder uh, shock that is uh, produced with the help of clouds. So you can see that when two clouds, um, they are having friction in between them, that time lightning is seen. Okay, so this is about the uh, copper strip that is used. So let us understand about the lightning rods. So what is lightning rod? It is a system of the atmospheric electric discharge and conducts it safely to the earth. Means whatever lightning that is done in happens in the sky, that comes down on the earth. But due to this lightning conductor rods, the atmospheric electricity is discharged. So this lightning rods, they discharge the power of the lightning that is coming towards the ground. Okay, so this work is done with the help of lightning rods. So what are the effects of the lightning? So lightning can damage to the people's building, failure of electronic equipments and fires. So many a times there is, when there is a lightning, many electrical appliances mostly are switched off, or the plugs are removed from the switch. Why this is done? Because the when the electricity when there is lightning in the sky, that time the lightning can fall anyhow on the ground, and it may affect the wires, electric supply, or any other thing that comes in contact with that lightning strike. Okay, so this is about the lightning rods. Now these rods are made up of copper bounded, and these are arresting the lightning. So these are also known as lightning arrestor. Okay, these are also known as lightning arrestor or conventional LA. So these are the devices that are used in a building, so that to prevent the shocks that are produced with the help of two clouds. Now let us talk about the friction between the clouds. When there is a friction between the clouds and the wind, that time the clouds are to be charged. Now these clouds are charged, and when the highly charged cloud comes contact with the air, that time the air becomes the conductor. So who becomes the conductor in the natural atmosphere? So air becomes the conductor. Okay, and the air flows through the air to the earth with a great speed. That is why the power of the charges coming towards the earth is very slow with the help of air. Air is an conductor. Again, I will repeat you. There is a friction between the cloud and the winds, whereas the cloud is highly charged Okay, when there is raining, that time the clouds are very highly charged, and that charge are reacting with the air. Now air becomes the conductor in the form which makes this charge neutral, and when this air along with the water comes down with very speed, the lightning is off. Okay, the lightning is off from the cloud. So this is about the lightning. Again, one more example we can take. The lightning conductors are fitted on our top of the building. So whenever you see in your building, there is a lightning conductor fitted in your building. So why this is used? So lightning conductor is also known as an arrestor. So it arrests the charges that are coming from the cloud. Now here you can see that there are negatively charged clouds, and the lightning conductor, it is having a positive charge. Okay, so there is a positive charge. So positive charge from the air comes down, and it reacts with the negative charges, and they become balanced, and the induced positive charge is applied on the lightning conductor. Okay, so when the thunder clouds are nearby, positive charges they become induced on the lightning conductor, and this induced positive charges are removed from the electron of nearby air, and the positive charge air flows upward and neutralize the uh, thunder cloud. That means what happened when the thunders are nearby, that time the positive charges are induced by the lightning conductor. So lightning conductor क्या करता है, positive charges it starts converting the positive charges, so that the negative charges which are coming from the cloud, they will react with the air, they will mix with the air, and when the positive charges and the negative charges they come together, they will become neutralized, and the cloud will also become neutralized. Okay, so the effect seen by this it will less. Okay, so this is about the